One of the two meetings in October, our city attorney and staff will present an ordinance or resolution to City Council, and our intent is to do the following, to take that to the public for a vote. You brought up Lubbock. We want to follow Lubbock's strategy and position in terms of how they passed their sanctuary city, and this council will choose to follow that same path that Lubbock, Texas followed.
I'm Bishop Michael Siss. I'm the Catholic Bishop of San Angelo. I live at 5002 Blue Grama Trail, and I represent Roman Catholics in this part of Texas. I want to encourage you to pass a city ordinance declaring San Angelo as a sanctuary city for the unborn. I know it's something that you've been contemplating. I know that you're looking into it and your staff is studying the matter, and I highly encourage you to pass such an ordinance. Thank you very much.
It took me almost 30 years to face the decision of having that I had abortions. Drugs, alcohol, anger, self-hatred, that's the end result of abortion. But I never made the connection of my drugs and alcohol abuse and the abortion. For the last 11 years, I have heard that story over and over and over. The same story: trauma, guilt, shame, anger, self-hatred from women who have made that decision, regardless if they made the decision themselves or if they were forced. 80% of women that had abortions have emotional issues. Guilt, shame, anger, suicide thoughts or suicide attempts, nightmares, not being able to connect with your children that you already have or that you're going to have, or any kind of emotional connection with anybody is close to impossible.
And we've been celebrating that the fact that the Supreme Court did not do anything to stop the Texas Heartbeat Act. That right now, across the state of Texas, that we're seeing no abortions performed on unborn children that have a heartbeat. For 48 years, women in this state have been treated horribly. That we have allowed abortion for 48 years in this state. And my encouragement to you today is not just to stand with your governor and lieutenant governor and attorney general. My encouragement to you today is not just to stand with your senators and representatives, but I'm encouraging you today to stand with the people of San Angelo and give them what they've been wanting for 48 years.
I understand, Mayor, you're saying that your position is you want this to go to the public for a vote, but I want to speak to the rest of the city council members. We humbly ask that you take this up and put it on the agenda to vote it yourself. We've elected you to do that. Some people call this a 10-week-old fetus, but this is actually a 10-week-old baby. This is what a baby looks like and feels like when you hold it in your hand. Of course, most children that you hold in your hand like this are probably gone because something natural has happened to them or because somebody has chosen to take their life. That's what's at stake for this heartbeat bill. Texas right now is a great environment for the unborn, but we don't know what's going to happen in 10, 15, 20 years. But we know what can happen in San Angelo if we pass this ordinance to keep abortionists out of San Angelo. So please put this on the agenda and vote on it.
We don't have that right to say choose. I think a lot of times, and I say this with all due respect, oftentimes those abortions are based on very selfish reasons, extremely selfish reasons. They say, well, you know what, this is going to do this to my career, this is going to do this to my, and so abortion, let's call it what it really is. Let's kill a child. That's what it is. Okay, abortion just rolls off the tongue a whole lot easier, and it's smoother, so it's easier to say. That's what that is. That's my concern. Thank you.
I'm a now 20-year-old woman here at ASU. I've been here my whole life in San Angelo, Texas, and I just want to come before you today and show you that there is an entire generation of our youth and our young adults here in San Angelo, Texas that feel so strongly about what we want to do to our community. just like every other generation, we are hungry to fight. We want to see the change. We want to also be the change. And it is so important to us to keep continuing this fight because we are the future of our community. Whether we
as I left last time, I thought, Lord, how would I feel if I was in their position? And you know what I was thinking? I thought, what an incredible opportunity to stand before you one day and know that I voted for life. We don't have that opportunity. I ask y'all to put it on the docket. I ask y'all to be the voice of the people. You have the opportunity to vote for life. We don't have that, but y'all do. And one day, when you stand before the Lord, you can say, yes, I voted for life. So I pray for y'all. It's a hard place to be, but you can never go wrong with standing for life for the Lord. And so
I actually misread our church's bulletin, and I thought we were here today to say thank you for being the 38th sanctuary city. And when I reread it again and looked up a little quick research this morning, and I found out that we weren't even on the list, because initially I thought, well, 38, that's not great, but we're on the list. And to find out that we weren't even on the list. So now I have a new cause with my fellow citizens here of San Angelo to now fight for being the 38th, because 39th, the 40th, the 41st is unacceptable. The 38th city we need to be. Thank you.